What up, y'all? This is your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report for Thursday, March 12, 2015, delivering some of the major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook or on Twitter, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, or on Twitter at The Enter Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to our page. A spokesperson for Pharrell Williams called Tuesday's Blurred Lines verdict a horrible precedent of music and creativity. In a statement obtained by the Wrap, the spokesman said, quote, "While we respect the judicial process, we're extremely disappointed in the ruling made today, which set a horrible precedent for music and creativity going forward. Blurred Lines was created from the heart and minds of Pharrell Williams, Robin Thicke, and T.I., and aren't taken from anyone or anywhere else. We are reviewing the decision, consider our options, and you will hear more from us soon about this matter." After 2 weeks in U.S. District Court in Los Angeles, the Blurred Lines copy infringement trial has finally come to an end. The 8-member jury voted unanimously that Robin Thicke and song producer Pharrell Williams had infringed on the 1977 Marvin Gaye song "Got to Give It Up." The jury found that Thicke and Williams had borrowed heavily from the tune, but not rapper T.I., who was also named as a party in the suit. The 8 jurors also determined that the infringement was not willful, but also not innocent. The jury awarded the Gaye family $4 million in damages, with profits of more than $1,600,000 from Williams and more than $1,760,099 from Thicke. Statutory damages of $9,375 were assessed. Overall, the Gays were awarded just shy of $7.4 million, and audible gasp was heard in the courtroom as the verdict was read. "We did not start this fight," Pharrell Williams and Robin Thicke stated in this lawsuit. Richard Bush, attorney for the Gays, said outside the courthouse after the verdict was handed down. Bush added, "We fought this fight with one arm tied behind our backs," referring to the fact that the Gay side was not allowed to play the recording of "Got to Give It Up" for jurors during the trial. Bosch also adds that he expects an appeal on the verdict, but believes that Thicke and Williams do not have a basis for appeal. The Gays plan to seek an injunction against Blurred Lines. He said, a tearful Nona Gaye, the daughter of Marvin Gaye, who died in 1984, said outside the courthouse, "Right now I feel free from Robin Thicke and Pharrell's chain and the lies." Gaye told the Wrap that she feels vindicated, adding that if her father were there, he'd be singing and dancing to "Got to Give It Up." Gaye's son, Marvin Gaye III, said that it is a, quote, "wonderful day for artists and music." Regardless of whether Marvin Gaye's relatives triumphed in the lawsuit over the song's Blurred Lines, one thing's for sure, the legal action has already yielded financial benefits for the Gaye family. As juries deliberate over whether the song by Pharrell Williams, Robin Thicke, and rapper T.I. ripped off Gaye's 1977 hit "Got to Give It Up," digital sales numbers reveal a big boost for the Gaye single. In fact, in the first week of the trial, sales of the song nearly doubled, surging 94% according to the data from Nielsen's SoundScan. In the week ending February 22nd, just before the trial began, "Got to Give It Up" notched approximately 1,300 digital sales. The weekend ended March 1st. The first week of the trial saw the song's digital sales balloon to 2,400. Even before the trial, the controversy over the similarities between Blurred Lines and "Got to Give It Up" appeared to have boosted sales of the Gaye song. The biggest week of digital sales on record for "Got to Give It Up," during which it sold 6,300 copies, occurred in the second half of August 2013, the same month that Thicke preemptively filed suit against the Gaye family. The lawsuit seemed to have given a boost to Blurred Lines as well, although not a big of a boost depending on how you look at it. While sales of hit single Blurred Lines have handed trumped those of "Got to Give It Up," percentage-wise, the bump has not been quite as impressive. The week before the trial, digital sales of Blurred Lines sat at approximately 4,000, while the first week of the trial saw them rise to about 6,000 for a 52% bump. Madonna may have just advanced understanding on why women often withhold reporting rape to authorities after they are attacked. The singer, who's 56, told Howard Stern in an interview on Wednesday, "I didn't want to go back. You've already been violated. It's just not worth it. It's too much humiliation." Madonna said she was raped in New York City when she was 19 years old and didn't speak publicly about the incident until writing about it in a 2013 essay for Harper's Bazaar. She wrote, New York wasn't everything I thought it would be. It did not welcome me with open arms. The first year I was held at gunpoint, raped on the roof of a building. I was dragged up to with a knife in my back, and I had my apartment broken into 3 times. While speaking to Stern, Madonna said her stupid friendliness allowed her to be convinced by a stranger to use a phone in his apartment after she asked him for payphone money. Madonna said he was a friendly guy, and I'm talking on the phone, and the phone was ringing, and I'm not sure why I'm telling this story. And he was like, well, I just live across the street. You can make a phone call from my house. I was like, oh, that's nice. That's really nice of you. She concluded, I trusted everybody. Anyway, the rest is not worth talking about. Oscar and Grammy Award-winning actor and musician Jamie Foxx will host the iHeartRadio Music Awards on March 29th. The show will include performances by Rihanna, Iggy Azalea, Sam Smith, Madonna, Jason Aldean, Jamie Foxx, Meghan Trainor, Jason Derulo, Jennifer Hudson, Kelly Clarkson, Snoop Dogg, Nate Russ from Fun, Alessio, and Florida Georgia Line, along with appearances from Taylor Swift and more. Tom Pullman, president of National Programming Platforms for iHeartMedia, said 2014 was such an incredible year for so many artists across different genres. It's so great to see them get the recognition they deserve. He also added, whether they're new to the scene or industry veterans, each artist's journey is exciting to follow, from their first radio spin to their first iHeartRadio Music Award nomination. Category finalists for the iHeartRadio Music Awards were announced on February 4th, with the 2014 iHeartRadio Innovator Award winner Pharrell Williams making a special appearance on the Today Show to reveal this year's Artist of the Year nominees. Social voting through iHeartRadio stations nationwide for the Best Lyrics, Best Fan, Army, and Renegade categories will run through Friday, March 20th. The event will air live on NBC from 8 to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Pacific Standard Time, from the Historic Shrine Auditorium in Los Angeles, and will be broadcast simultaneously on iHeartMedia station nationwide and across the iHeartRadio digital music platform. For Artist of the Year, it's between Ariana Grande, Iggy Azalea, Luke Bryan, Sam Smith, and Taylor Swift. Song of the Year, All About That Bass by Meghan Trainor, All of Me by John Legend, Happy, Pharrell Williams, Shake It Off, Taylor Swift, Stay With Me, Sam Smith. Best Collaboration, Bang Bang, Jessie J featuring Ariana Grande and Nicki Minaj, Dark Horse, Katy Perry featuring Juicy J, Fancy, Iggy Azalea featuring Charlie XCX, Problems, Ariana Grande featuring Iggy Azalea, and Talk Dirty, Jason Derulo featuring 2 Chainz. Best Artist is between Bastille, Cold Swindell, Iggy Azalea, Meghan Trainor, and Sam Smith. Best Country Song of the Year, Bartender, Lady Antebellum, Burn It Down, Jason Aldean, Dirt, Florida Georgia Line, Eric Church for Give Me Back My Hometown, and Play It Again by Luke Bryan. Hip Hop R&B Song of the Year, Don't Tell 'Em by Jeremiah featuring YG, Drunken Love, Beyonce featuring Jay-Z, Flawless, Beyonce, Loyal, Chris Brown featuring Lil Wayne and Tyga, New Flame, Chris Brown featuring Usher and Rick Ross. Dance Song of the Year, Animals by Martin Garrix, Blame, Calvin Harris featuring John Newman, La La La, Naughty Boy featuring Sam Smith, Summer by Calvin Harris, Waves by Mr. Probst. Alternative Rock Song of the Year, Come With Me Now by Congos, Do I Want to Know, Arctic Monkeys, Fever the Black Keys, Something From Nothing, Foo Fighters, Take Me to Church by Hozier. Best Lyrics, All of Me, John Legend, Blank Space, Taylor Swift, Counting Stars, One Republic, Habits, Stay Low, Tell Loaf, Stay With Me, Sam Smith, and Thinking Out Loud by Ed Sheeran. Fox's Empire rose again in total viewers to 14.7 million, though it ticked down 1/10 of a ratings point in the key demographics. That said, no one at its network or studio could possibly be disappointed by its gaudy 5.6 or the fact that Fox's premiere 4.0 average doubled second place CBS's 2.0. Fox also topped the night in total viewers, though the margin was not as dramatic. Fox was first in ratings with a 4.0 rating, 13 shares in the advertisers coveted 18 through 49 demographic, and in total viewers with an average of 12 million, according to preliminary numbers. American Idol at 8 p.m. received a 2.3 over 8 and a 9.3 million viewers. Empire scored night highs with a 5.6 at 17 and 14.17 million viewers. Last Comic Standing just booked two big comedians. Norm Macdonald will join the NBC reality program as a judge, while Anthony Jeselnik will host the series. Macdonald will replace Russell Peters at the judging table, while Jeselnik is taking over for J.B. Smoove. Roseanne Barr and Keenan Ivory Wayans will return as judges for the 8th episode, 9th season premiered this summer. This time around, NBC will invite 100 comics to view for 40 spots, with the top 10 moving into the singular elimination head-to-head rounds. The top 5 comedians make the finals, and the winner will score a prize package of worth $250,000 and a TV video show development deal. Wanda Sykes and Paige Hurwitz, producing partners at Push It Productions, will once again executive produce, alongside Javier Winnick. The New York Times and 14 laid-off staffers have settled their dispute and avoid arbitration, the New York Newspaper Guild announced Wednesday. New York Guild's President Bill O'Meara is pleased to announce that the union and the Times had settled disputes and avoided arbitration over all 14 Guild members who initially challenged their layoffs of late last year through the contract's grievance process. 6 others were laid off have decided not to grieve their dismissals, a post read on the Guild's website. 20 staffers were laid off in total as part of the mass buyouts and layoffs the Times executed in 2014. The terms of the agreements are undisclosed, but it includes financial packages for each of the former colleagues that have found acceptable, according to the Guild. Grant Glickson, unit chairperson of the New York Times Guild Union, says, "We believe that a settlement was in the best interest of our members, who can now take their considerable talents and move on to their careers without going through a grueling legal battle." The settlement came after the Guild prepared case for the layoff staffers built on the dispute that they were let go against their will without taking into regard seniority. Many have just received positive job performance reviews. One of the most disappointing aspects of this process was the inconsistent advice given by department managers after the MASH head repeatedly recommended that employees have frank discussions with supervisors to see where they stood, the Guild said. Some managers provided accurate information while employees asked for assessments, but others offered misleading and unhelpful feedback. Overall, between buyouts and layoffs, the Time cut over 100 staffers. Slipknot guitarist Mick Thompson got stabbed in the head by his own brother and will live to tell the tale. CNN affiliate KCCI News reported on Wednesday that the police responded to an altercation between Thompson, who's 41, and his brother Andrew, who's 35, at Thompson's home in Clive, Iowa, early that morning. The fight turned physical when it spilled onto the front yard, where Thompson sustained a stab wound to the back of his head. Both men appeared to be intoxicated and were taken to the hospital by ambulance to be treated for the injuries sustained, none of which were life-threatening. The heavy metal band's manager told the media that the incident would not affect any upcoming shows, while frontman Corey Taylor took to Twitter to update fans on Thompson's health. Richard Glatzer, who co-wrote and directed the Oscar-winning film Still Alice, is dead at the age of 63 after a long battle with ALS. Wash Westmoreland, Glatzer's husband and his directing and writing partner on Alice, wrote in a February Facebook posting that Glatzer had suffered a significant setback and was rushed to the hospital. He noted that Glatzer was communicating through eye movements. Westmoreland wrote at the time, nodding to the telecast that saw Julianne Moore take Best Actress for her portrayal of a matriarch with early onset Alzheimer's. Not so glamorous, but I wouldn't have it any other way, and Richard will be able to see it. Westmoreland issued a heartfelt tribute on Wednesday, calling Glatzer his soulmate. He wrote, "I am devastated. Rich was my soulmate, my collaborator, my best friend in my life. Seeing him battle ALS for 4 years with such grace and courage inspired me and all who knew him. In this dark time, I took some consolidation in the fact that he got in to see Still Alice got out into the world. He put his heart and soul into that film, and the fact that it touched so many people was a constant joy to him. Thank you for everyone for this huge outpouring of love. Richard was a unique guy, opinionated, funny, caring, gregarious, generous, and so smart. A true artist and a brilliant man. I treasure every day of the short 20 years we had together. I cannot believe he has gone, but in my heart and the hearts of those who loved him, he will always be alive." Michael Barker and Tom Burnham, co-presidents of Sony Picture Classes, which released Alice, called Glatzer's death a profound loss for all of us who worked with him and know him as an exceptional human being. He was 63 years old. And that is your entertainment report for Thursday, March 12, 2015. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Brain Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to wrap the week up, delivering some of the major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook or on Twitter, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, or on Twitter @The Enter Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio. Just search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to our page. Have a great day, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.